What's up, folks? Back with another reaction, and I'm going to go back to the hardcore genre. So this time I'm going to react to the Twins Artcore. As I mentioned before, it's the same producer as Danytribe, and also, last time I failed to remember the name that he makes acid techno under, but it's Atomic Bassline. He makes tunes for his No Pizza Rave records under that. And like I said, I think it's sort of like a, kind of continental, sort of like free techno style of acid techno. Free techno might be the wrong term, but it's different than the sort of London, stay up forever style acid techno, but still very good. In any case, his real name, I believe, is Daniele Scaccia. I'm not sure if that's how you say it. I apologize if I'm getting that wrong. The surname is Scaccia. But yeah, he makes amazing hardcore tunes, like really some of the very best stuff. It's like him, Formek. Oh, by the way, I forgot I was wearing this. Yeah, my buddy Roberto Stramaccioni, this is his name that he produces under, and logo, which I believe is like a killer bee. In any case, he's dope as hell, and he masters a lot of the records on this series, and just hardcore records on different labels more generally. Anyway, him... the Twins Artcore / Danytribe and another Italian producer named Slugnoid are basically like my three favorite hardcore producers working today. They're just, every tune they make, all three of them, like I'll buy them blind or deaf, meaning I'll buy the track before I even know what it sounds like. In any case, we're going to listen to a tune from the Twins Artcore called Demons Inside the Box. Which, if you were listening to I did forget the name of the Hellraiser movies at first, in my other video where I was talking about this, but a lot of tracks, certainly on Cenobite, but even, on other labels, because this is technically a Mokum record, but they sample the Hellraiser movies, and this one does as well. In any case, I'm a really big fan of this track. I think it's fantastic. Right up there with some of the best from Danytribe / Twins Artcore. So yes, and this was very early on in this series. It was number 2 in the fucking hardcore 10-inch series, as you can see here. So always trying to figure out how to get up into my lap, I think. What? Oh no, you want to go up here, I see. As I keep saying, my cat's really old, and he used to be able to jump around, and now he needs me to lift him up to places, so... In any case, the Twins Artcore, Demons Inside the Box. Hopefully it's a 45 RPM track. Nope. There'll be one time where I'll correctly guess the RPM for a record, but not so far. That, shout, yell, but it's, got effects on it, It's prominent in this tune, and it's great. That vocal, that... Come on. One thing I love about Twins Artcore track, I feel like he does it more in his Twins Artcore tracks than he does in his Danytribe tracks, although you could probably find examples of both. Now I'm thinking of Flight Through the Universe, I think there's some of this too. But he plays with the bass line. It'll be it'll be like the normal bass line in conjunction with the kick, and then it'll flare out and tighten up and turn inside out. The bass line in Twins Artcore tracks are often very dynamic and alive. And it'll bunch up at the measure break and then clean up as it goes into the next measure. I like that synth, that sort of suspenseful, there's trouble synth. Now that sweeping pad, wind or first mini breakdown, relaunch. I know you don't believe me. I know how it sounds. I'm telling you, there's these demons inside this little board game. What don't you believe? What? And they torture you for eternity. Yeah. Yeah. That's a real stand up and fist pump sort of moment. The way it's kind of dissembling a little bit, and it's, you know, it's kind of waiting to do something, and then it kind of comes back in with this part, and that high pitched melody synth. The percussion, again, it's not just the bass line, it's like the drums, like it'll bunch up and like fragment right at the measure break and then get clean again. Like there's so much dynamism in the percussion, both bass line and actual like drums in his tracks, and this is another example. I love this breakdown. It's the sample, but I know what it does.
I've said all this before.
So with that line, I've said all this before, I assume this is not from the first Hellraiser movie. I assume it's from at least the second or third one. But let's go back. This is one of the reasons I wanted to react to this record. Not only is it just a cracking tune, and it mixes really well with other records. I mixed it. There was one set where I mixed into Chosen Few's Say It Loud, and that worked really well. I had another mix, it's one of my Sounds from the Void mixes, where I mixed into a different track, and it worked like equally well. Like it blends with other tracks fantastically because of the way like different parts, again, pull out some of the bass line, or like, you know, there's a sample that kind of fragments, and then you can throw it over after that. It's just the way it's composed makes it very DJ friendly, but not just because of like the structure. It's also because of the actual audio components at any given moment. But yeah, this breakdown, one of the reasons I wanted to listen to this track is because I think the breakdown is amazing.
I don't know the nonsense, but I know it does. I've said all this before. I saw it.
Demons.
And I saw it. I don't know what else to call it. Demons.
Demons live in the box.
Demons live in the box.
And then this like pre-drop, like hollow kick. Tambourine or something. And then there's going to be like that like vocal I mentioned at the beginning. It's going to I love that moment. I like the way that vocal comes back in. I like the way it's very like alone and isolated when you hear it, and then it drops back in with the new sort of, you know, frantic, frenetic synth. Now you can start to mix out. And see how it's like, it's kind of pulling parts out and like, Oh, this is where it is. Say it loud. Say it loud. I forget what mix that is, but yeah. I think it's one of my SoundCloud mixes, which won't be up on SoundCloud anymore, because again, I only have 3 mixes up, or 4 mixes up at any given time. It's funny, because I don't ever think I've used that as a set ending tune, so I wasn't aware there was that kind of like soft, like, you know, almost like cinematic pad outro, because I just, again, I'm always mixing out before I get to this part. Jesus. Interesting. But yeah, brilliant tune overall. Again, I'm not even sure, like, maybe there's 1 or 2 tracks of his that I'm, like, that I'd give a, like, A or A- to instead of an A+, but most of this guy's tunes, whether Danytribe or Twins Artcore, it's like A+, 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 and this is definitely an A+, like, head of the class, you know, summa cum laude. But yeah, is that the second one? I don't know. I'm not sure if that's like is it magna cum laude, pseudo cum laude? I think pseudo cum laude is second, right? Magna cum laude is like the first, and then there's just cum laude. All of this sounds very naughty, but that's not what I'm talking about. So anyway, we'll do some more hardcore because there's more tracks from him. But I definitely am going to review a Formac track while I have this shirt on. So, you know, maybe even by the time that you're seeing this, there's a new Formac review up or reaction. So yeah, check that out. Let me know if there's anything else you want to hear, and I'll see you soon. Peace.